Ever think being a pizza delivery driver is just easy money? I used to. But there was one delivery that left me so shaken, I quit that night and never looked back. Here's what happened. I started delivering pizzas when I was 19, in this suburb just outside a big city. At first, they had me in the kitchen, helping the chef and cleaning. For months in, my boss asked me to cover delivery shifts when the regular driver was off. I was eager to earn more and said yes, but then something weird happened. The main delivery guy quit suddenly after a delivery. He came back pale, eyes wide like he'd seen something horrible. He went straight into the boss's office. They argued for 10 minutes. When he left, he just patted me on the back and said, "Good luck, kid." Before walking out, I asked him why he was quitting. He just shrugged and said, "Shitty job, that's all." But I could tell it was something more. Still, I didn't think much of it at the time. With him gone, I became the delivery driver for the next couple of weeks. Most deliveries were fine. But one evening, around sunset, my boss handed me an address. I typed it into the GPS and headed out. It was in the rural outskirts of town, where the houses were half a mile apart. As I drove, I watched the sun going down, hoping it would be a quick drop-off so I could head home. When I pulled up, I felt immediately uneasy. The house was a decaying two-story with a yard full of weeds, dead trees, and an empty porch. It looked abandoned, but I got out and knocked on the door anyway. For a second I hoped my boss had given me the wrong address so I could just leave. Then the door creaked open. An old woman was standing there, white hair, missing teeth, frail and short. But her eyes, she just stared right into me, unblinking, trying to be polite. I said, "Pepperoni pizza." She rasped yes in this hoarse, cracking voice. I held the pizza out, but she didn't take it. She just watched it, then looked up at me with that same cold glare. Suddenly she asked, "Did you come with someone else?" I froze. My heart skipped a beat. No, I stammered. She scowled and said, "Where's the other one?" He ran off last time. I remembered the old delivery guy who'd quit and realized this had to be the same address. My blood went cold. She slowly dug in her purse. I thought she was looking for money, but she was taking forever. She just stopped moving, hand buried in it, staring at me as if thinking something over. I couldn't see what she was holding. I started to panic. Was it a knife? Pepper spray? A gun? Why did it take so long to pull out $10? Then I saw something behind her, a shadow moving inside the house, and outside, to my left, I heard leaves crunch. A deep voice growled, "Hey." I turned and saw a man's head peeking around the porch with this angry scowl. He started climbing up onto the porch toward me. That was it for me. I didn't wait. I threw the pizza into my car, jumped in, started it, and peeled out of there as fast as I could. I didn't look back. I didn't care about the money. I paid for the pizza out of my own pocket that night, and I was fine with it. I was just glad I was alive. When I went in to quit, I told my boss everything. He went pale too and asked why I hadn't told him sooner. He said the last driver had mentioned something about just walking out of there but hadn't given details. My boss called the police. A couple of days later, he told me the cops checked the property. It was supposed to be foreclosed for over a year. But they found 3 people living there, the old woman and 2 men. They arrested them. I don't know what would have happened if I'd stayed a minute longer. But I still think about it.